right out off this coastline is literally New York City and Manhattan. Never in my wildest dreams could I imagine what this feels like. On Friday, I'm going to be riding into New York City and actually realizing my dream and the calling. Reminded me of the kids of Haiti and what we as a church and as people have committed to.
My next guest was on an incredible mission to help the people in Haiti. In fact, he was here with us to talk about his quest to bike from, get this, South Florida all the way to New York City on a bicycle. And he did it. I am so happy to have back with us in our studio, Pastor Guy Melton. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wait a minute. You did it.
We did it. We did it.
Amazing. How amazing was that ride for you? Tell me about it.
It was beyond words. And I told you when I was here before, I was hoping to survive. Well, we survived, and we're back. I told you I'd come back if we survived.
And you look great.
It was, thanks. I feel great.
Yeah?
And the trip was, these were the two words I used throughout. It was supernatural, but it was surreal.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I would look at night and go, are we doing this? And the guys that would ride behind me and support me in the vehicle, I would go, did we really just ride that far? Are we really to North Carolina, to Virginia, to Maryland?
And tell my viewers how many miles. I mean, tell me the miles and how you paced yourself. And we were rooting for you, by the way, when you left.
I know you were, and I appreciate that. We actually had planned to try to average 55 miles a day.
Okay.
We had no idea what that would mean because of weather and hills and all those things. And we averaged about 65. We had planned to take a month and a half to 2 months, and we did it in 27 days. And we took 4 of those days off because we were making such good time. We actually had hoped and prayed, even though we didn't say anything, that we could ride one day of 100 miles, because a century for bike riders, that's big. But I didn't want to put myself under the pressure because I didn't need to. But we ended up riding 3 centuries, 3 100-mile days. And so it was an awesome experience.
And a total of 1,500 miles?
1,500 miles.
Oh my God. Were you getting cheers along the way, Guy, as you went from South Florida all the way to, like you said, North Carolina and all these other places?
Well, some days were really lonely out there on stretches, and other days we'd have people that are friends of ours at Facebook and others that would come out and see us. Sometimes some guys even would come and ride with us. So we had a good time all the way up, and it was every day different, so you never knew who might show up that day.
I know you had one great story about bumping into a group of bikers who were, I think, doing the same thing you were, and it was just coincidence. Tell me about it.
Well, I don't think there's ever a coincidence, but
this is true.
It seemed like it. I was only about 500 miles into our trip. I was coming into South Carolina, into Charleston, and I had someone that had contacted me and said there's 3 guys in their 20s that are going to be doctors. One of them, they're already a doctor. The other 2 are training to be, and they're riding to raise money for a clinic in Haiti that these 20-somethings had started on their own, and you should get together with them. And basically my response back to him was, it's all I can do to get up and ride every day. And honestly, I'd love to meet him, but there's no way.
And you did.
And so we're riding one day just south of Charleston. We've been in construction. We're coming up on 2 state highways, busy as they could be, some of the busiest roads we had had. And we were coming to this fork in the road, and I looked over and I saw about 5 bikers. And they saw me, and the first thing they yelled, I didn't even think that it could be the people he was talking about. They yelled, "There's that Bike for Haiti guy."
Oh my gosh.
And we came together and rode the next 30 miles into Charleston, never skipped a beat. All we did was talk, and these guys were raising money for a clinic that these young guys had started, and here we had connected. They had ridden 3,100 miles from San Diego. There's no way we could have planned it because not one day went the way I planned it.
No coincidences.
Right.
All right, let me ask you. I mean, I have to ask you on a personal note. I mean, come on. I mean, 1,500 miles. Does the tush hurt? Does it hurt every day?
It hurt early in the practicing. And honestly, it didn't hurt too bad on the trip. As long as you take a break every couple hours, it wasn't too bad. You kind of get used to it.
And a special lotion?
It doesn't. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't even want to go there. But all I can say is God for some of those creams and things that they give the bikers.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I had one send me a whole tub of it from Seattle that's a biker, a friend of my son's, and it was one of the best gifts I've ever received.
I love this. All right, so on a more serious note,
okay.
How much money did you raise? Because I know it's more than you ever dreamed of. And again, tell our viewers about what you're going to do with it. It's amazing.
Well, our first thought was $10,000, and I wasn't even sure we could do that. And then whenever all of a sudden 30, 40,000 in pledges had come in, we upped it to 50. Then we upped it to 100 when we were over 50. And by the end of the trip, we have had $133,000 raised. And so the people have been incredible, and people are continuing to give.
That's
BikeToHaiti.com. And then next year, we're going to be following up, because my goal is to raise $1 million to give to people in Haiti that are doing the work already, not to start something new,
right,
but to partner with people that are already doing the work and you can see it, but they have no funds. And so every little bit that we can help goes a long way.
I got to tell you, I'm just so proud to have you back here. I'm so proud of what you've done. What can you do next that's bigger than this?
Well, I may not do 1,500 miles, but actually right now, this month, I'm writing a book of my experiences. What I didn't plan on the trip was to learn a lot of lessons. I wanted to bring awareness to the plight of the Haitians, but also to raise funds. But when I got on the trip, I learned so many lessons myself, and everyone can do something what I believe is radical for them. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to share in this book some of the lessons learned on the road, and then we're going to ask people to give, and we're going to give them the book to raise more funds for Haiti, and every penny that comes out of that book in 2012 will go toward our missions in Haiti.
You're the best. Give me a hug. Thank you so much, Pastor. Good luck with the book.
Thank
and you're going to
so
come back
much.
and show us the book.
I
and
will
talk
definitely
about
bring the book back.
And we're going to help you raise more money. Thank you, sir. And if you'd like to learn more about Pastor's mission, the book, his biking for Haiti, and if you want to still help him, please go to bikeforhaiti.com. Every little penny helps.